Hi, this is Tribble Solo, your local physics teacher. Today we're going to talk about weight and how you can lose weight and keep it off forever. That is, if you're on another planet. Unfortunately, the only way we can lose weight here on Earth is if the gravitational pull was less intense. So let me explain the difference between weight and mass. A lot of times people get those two terms confused. Mass is how much stuff is contained in an object. In a human being, it would be how much stuff is contained in your body. Weight is a measure of the amount of stuff or the mass that you have in your body multiplied by the gravitational pull of the Earth. The gravitational pull is 9.8 meters per second squared, but for our purposes, to make this a more simple demonstration, and when you go into your groups, we can use the exact amounts, but for right now, so I can just show you an overview of how to tabulate this information on your spreadsheets. We'll use very simple numbers. Now, how much do I weigh? 120 pounds. If you believe that, you believe anything. But 120 pounds now is my weight. So that's the same as force. How much is my mass if we're going to round off and say that the gravitational pull is 1? Instead of 9.8, it's close enough, 1. So what is my mass? Well, weight, or F, force, equals mass times acceleration. So my weight is 120, and we'll say pounds. Normally it's measured in newtons, but we'll say pounds. So my weight is 120 pounds, and the mass is going to be 120 because we're saying that the gravitational pull is being rounded off to 1. Okay, so that's how we figure out how much mass is going to be even on other planets, because we're going to use the same figure for the standard in order to compare Earth and our weight on Earth with other planets and the moon as well. So let's start on our spreadsheet, and we're going to write down, so everyone should write down on these spreadsheets that you have in front of you, and later you're going to put it into the computer so we can tabulate the information and do comparisons of the entire class. Okay, first, over here where it says Earth, you see you have mass, gravity, and weight. So you know your weight. Okay, this is what I was discussing before. So my weight is 120 pounds. Doesn't matter. Write it down. Whatever you think your weight is, girls, I'll give you a little bit more leeway than the guys. You better write down, because I have a scale, so we're going to go over this before. I weighed myself, so I don't have to weigh myself again. I'm 120 pounds. Yeah, anyway, let's continue. And gravity is 1 for our purposes right now. So the mass of myself would be 120. So you can figure this out for yourselves. And we're going to go down with all of the planets, including outer space. And in outer space, how much you're going to weigh? Nothing. You're going to, there is no gravitational pull in outer space. Okay, so it's 0. So if you want to weigh nothing, which is why you float around when you're in outer space, that's where you would go, up and away. Okay, so I filled this out already, and then you're going to be working in your groups to calculate this information. But as you can see here, if you go down the list, what's constant? The mass is constant. All right, so what's changing? Both the gravitational pull of each planet or outer space is 0, and we're calculating your weight on other planets. Now, if you look at this, what is, besides outer space, what would be the next planet that would you'd weigh the least? It would be Pluto. It's down at the bottom. See, 8 pounds. If I were on Pluto, I'd weigh only 8 pounds. Now, if I were, on Venus, I'd weigh 108 pounds. So I would lose, not really, but in terms of calculations and comparison to the Earth, I would lose 12 pounds. For you guys, we'll use Mars as an example. Look at this. Would be approximately 46 pounds on Mars. So let's say you're 200 pounds, right? So you would be approximately, let's see, 0.38 times 200. That's for you football players. Let's see, let's do it in our calculators. I could do this in my head, but so we have 200 times 0.38, and that equals 76 pounds. Okay, so anyway, this was a small demonstration, and I'd like you to do this yourself. There's a website that you can go to that'll calculate your weights automatically, but we don't want to do that for this experiment. And I've got this information from this website down here at the bottom, which is because we want to properly reference where we've gotten material from. So I've gotten this from, and this may be a little difficult for you to see here. It's right down here at the bottom, but I'll read it to you. It's http://www.teachervision.fe-.com/planets/lesson-planets/353.html. So this was pretty simple. Now go and calculate your information, and then we're going to put it in the computer and we're going to analyze the data. Thank you very much for listening. And this is a surefire way to lose weight, if you want to fool yourself. Thank you.